it's in the game.
Stadium in Atlanta. A neutral site showdown as both of these teams hoping to make an early season statement. It's the Washington Huskies and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. Coming out with it, it's Washington. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. First carry of the season. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense.
Makes the grab in their space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Play action with Williams. On the move to his left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. Smashes through the tackle. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. On the move. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get this goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Keeps it on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the option. He'll keep it again on the option. Got a little grass. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Husky!
Great offenses find a way to feature their playmakers. How about the creativity by the offense? Using the speedster, the wide receiver as the pitch man, and he kicks it into high gear and makes the huge, long touchdown run for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Brown will throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Here comes the heat.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. Running inside. It's Cobb. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes a move. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good position. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Runs through a tackle. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Gets the back moving. Throwing, Williams, looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Huskies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Washington. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here comes the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Sacked at the 7.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And this one is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running behind that left side. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The short hands, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
On the ground, it's Cobb.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Brown wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's a give to Washington. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run the option. Keeps it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. It's Eckers. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Quarterback may change this route. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. That's caught. It's Cobb. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on third down. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. A run for the quarterback. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. He's in open space downfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's Texas A&M with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Grabbed behind the line, it's Kane. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Brown wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. We got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the...
Gets away from one, finds some space. Past the 20. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. He'll start on the ground with Washington. Turning it on. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's Williams to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Slings it downfield. Snagged in the middle. It's Eldridge. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's a give to Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Might have a chance. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Auburn offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Snags it, and he's open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Going to try to get it himself. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead, be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble, the quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Final play of the quarter coming. Play fake, Williams. Looking for space to the left. Throws to the tight end. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now on the move. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Williams. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Booster. Sweep. Level. Freeze.
4th down, Williams. Stepping to the right. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snatches it on the right. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Snags it over the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Huskies headed quickly to the line. Williams to the air again. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams. And he makes the catch. The two-point conversion is good.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Brown will throw it. With the catch, it's Eccles. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking just like that guy did there.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create.
There's a little room there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Auburn calls its 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback keeps it. Fighting off the defender. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Williams. He's taking a deep shot. Got it down the field. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. He's got him this time. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Washington right back to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Booster, booster.
Back to pass. Makes the catch. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Washington. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Williams. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys?
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.